We recently changed the file formats we record in for these videos from a format that is a tried and true industry standard to one which I've just spent years telling customers to avoid for any kind of professional work. And it's made our work quicker, it's cut down on how much hard drive storage we need, and it's kept the quality of our videos the same. So after 6 months of using it with just no issues, I definitely think it is time I changed my advice. In my opinion, H.265 codecs are now the best choice of codec for some kinds of professional work. So, what's changed? Well, computers did. That's the important bit here. There are computers readily available which don't break the bank and can handle H.265 video editing with ease. There are some Windows ones, but mainly I'm talking about Apple's new Macs with the M1 or M2 chips inside. We upgraded to the new MacBook Pros last year. We have a 16-inch M1 Max machine as our main shared edit desk, which is what you sometimes see in these videos behind me. And we all have either the M1 14-inch M1 Pro or a simple MacBook Air, depending on our role in the team. All of these, even the simple MacBook Air, can edit H.265 files really well. It feels just as snappy as with our all-I based XFAVC file workflow, which we previously used. We honestly haven't noticed any drawback in editing performance, which is pretty remarkable really, considering on our previous Intel-based Macs, any H.265 files on the timeline at all slowed editing down to a crawl. The important bit is the M1 chip or their newer M2 chip, because they have got a built-in media engine with hardware decoding for HEVC or H.265. This is what's making all the difference. Without that, the computer has to rely on its GPU to play back the files, and that slows everything right down, no matter how powerful your GPU is. But I won't go on about how good the M1 and M2 Macs are. The internet is already full of lots of videos like that already. But for video editing, H.265 video, it is simple. If you have one of these, it's really easy and you should seriously think about it. If you don't have one of these, don't bother yet. Use all-I. Over in Windows world, things are less clean-cut and simple than that. I'm not a Windows expert at all. It's been a long time since I've owned a Windows computer, so I'm definitely not the right person to give any advice there on what combination of parts will work best. But there are some that will work well with H.265 editing, and hopefully it's going to become easier to identify and find them in the future. So why bother? Why would we want to use H.265 at all? Well, storage space. On the C70, which we normally use, the all-I XFAVC codec uses 410 megabits a second, pretty industry standard. And the new H.265 MP4 files are 135 megabits a second, so much smaller. So for a 15-minute piece to camera, that would translate to 46 gigabytes in all-I and 15 gigabytes in H.265. Now let's say I do 3 takes of that video, and we also record half an hour's worth of B-roll as well to go with it. That would mean a whole project would take up about 75 gigabytes when it normally took 230 gigabytes before. With normally 1 or 2 videos going out a week on this channel, that saves us a lot of storage space, as well as making transfers much quicker from the SD cards or onto a portable drive so we can edit at home, things like that. It's all just so much easier with smaller files. And it's pretty much the same quality, as that's the important bit. We certainly don't notice any difference for videos like this, even in color grading. So it keeps the quality the same. It takes up less storage, and it means we can work quicker and we can still edit it seamlessly. So why wouldn't professionals now use it? Now, it's not going to be for everything. There's lots of styles of professional work where the delivery format is actually dictated by the client, like a broadcaster maybe. Or perhaps quality is just everything, no matter the storage space. So you might want a RAW workflow or ProAV 444 or something like that. That's all absolutely fine. For those kinds of work, you certainly don't want to be using H.265 MP4 files. That is absolutely not what I'm saying here. But if you're doing quick projects, filming and editing in-house by yourself or in a small team like here, and you've got access to computers like this, anything speeds up your workflow makes a big difference, and moving to H.265 is certainly speeding up our workflow. But what do you think? Would you use H.265 for your work? Perhaps you already are, or perhaps you just think I'm completely wrong. Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.